Hey everybody, welcome to the Fairy Vibrant Makeup channel. I'm going to be real with you guys today. So I'm going to kind of get ready. And as you can see, I changed my hair color. I actually went on with the Ion, they're like the shimmer ones. And I mixed in blood orange and red. And I still have purple in my hair, so that's why it looks more magenta on camera. But in person, it's pretty red. It's almost like a red pink. So I like the way it came out. Anyways, I'm getting ready for going to the movies with my nieces and my kids, and I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit more about myself. So if people know me, they do get a little bit, not shocked, but surprised what I really do or like or anything like that. Oh, I'm using Hello Happy foundation from Benefit in shade number 4. I really do like this foundation. I had color corrector on because holy crap, breakout city. But a lot of people get surprised when I tell them what I like, who I am, and that I'm a mom, that I'm married. Like, a lot of people, I don't know why, find it surprising that I am a mom and I'm married. Like, it's a shocker because they're like, oh, I thought you were like in your 20s. I'm going to be 35 in October, so it's kind of shocking to some people because I look young. I have good genes. My mom looked very young when she was in her 60s. She looked young in her 40s. She looked young all the time. So I have good genes, and yeah, my skin is super oily, so it's kind of like my fountain of youth. The only drawback is I have constant breakouts even at almost 35 years old. I have constant breakouts. It's like insane. But I am a mom. I am a wife. I've been married to my husband for almost, I think, this month, because I'm filming this August 1st, and I'll be posting it in August. This month will be 11 years with my husband, and we've been together for 14, so it's a long time, but it doesn't feel that way. I'm not ashamed to say that I am still happily married, and I love my husband so much, and he's been my biggest support in everything that I do. And he's always told me, he actually bought me this camera that I film on. It's not the best, but I'm not gonna argue with that. Like, I don't need top quality and complain about that. That's rather selfish. I love the camera he gave me. That's why I use it. I know a lot of people are like, oh, if you had better quality. I'm like, I'm sorry. This camera means a lot to me because my husband gave it to me. He gave me my old camera as well, but I was having issues with the sound, so he decided to get me a new camera for Christmas, which I was very shocked. I didn't ask him for it. And it's very sweet of him that he always thinks, and he says that, sorry, I'm reaching over here. He always says my camera, or me being on camera, he says that it's nice for me to express myself and be myself, and I like the fact that he acknowledges that. And so anyways, yeah, I've been married to my husband for 11 years, and we actually close on our house literally like 3 days before our anniversary. So it's a nice anniversary gift. It's a nice, for us, it's going to be new beginnings. You know, we're back home in, well, not back home because he's from Las Cruces, New Mexico, and I am originally from Albuquerque, or I was born in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and I grew up about 10 years in Rio Rancho, which is where I currently am. And I'm glad to be home. He's actually really liking Albuquerque because he's a southern New Mexican, and if you're a New Mexican, you know what I'm talking about. There are differences between northern New Mexicans and southern New Mexicans. Like, I'm a bit of both. I lived longer in southern New Mexico. My kids were born in southern New Mexico, so they are southern New Mexicans. I'm the only northern New Mexican that likes doing Christmas. Just kidding, I don't. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Christmas is red and green chili on the same plate. In Las Cruces or southern New Mexico, it's red or green. It's never both. I mean, if you do both, then you're a northern New Mexican. So yeah, I grew up mostly in Las Cruces. I miss Las Cruces, I really do. It's a very small city, years to do. And I'm setting my face with my stay mat from Rimmel London. So yeah, I have a son that is 6 years old and a daughter that is 10. I don't mind having pink or purple hair at all, and they don't mind having a mom with pink or purple hair. So it's like, I am not your typical cookie cutter, I guess, mom. I let the kids do what, like, express themselves. Not like I'm disciplined, don't get me wrong. I'm very disciplined and I'm old school disciplined. You know, I ground them if they're in trouble. I don't reward them too much because they have to learn to work for things in life. And they do. They're young, so they're going to be a little too young to, like, go get a job. But once they turn a certain age where they want a cell phone or they want a car, well, get a job. Love my coffee. Anyways, I want my kids to be disciplined and grow up the way I did. I'm Hispanic. My mom was actually born in Mexico, and my dad is the first child to be born in America, but he is legal, he always has been. Sorry, I feel like my foundation didn't quite cover. That is so weird. Anyways, yeah, so my dad was a hard worker. He taught us to be a hard worker. I have two sisters, an older one and a younger one, so I am the middle, or the one that causes trouble. I've always been the different one. I mean, right now my younger sister is pretty similar to me. My older sister, we have the same connection with being a mom, so she does things differently and I do things differently. She's very old school and I am not that old school. My son likes Friday the 13th. My daughter likes dragons and foxes. It's like, I let them do what they need to do and express themselves, but also at the same time discipline them and give them the tools they need to survive in this world and to make it on their own and not be dependent on me. I'm teaching them to be the best they can be and to work hard for what they have, and they understand and appreciate what we have and what we worked for. Because my husband worked very hard to get this house. Very hard to get this house. Sorry, I'm using Physicians Formula, the Butter Blush. What is it called? Butter Blush. I like RuPaul's Drag Race. Love that show. My favorite show of all time. I like Vikings. I like Game of Thrones. A lot of people ask me, why don't you watch, what are these shows on ABC, like, those shows, those popular shows like The Bachelor and stuff like that. I just don't. It's not my cup of tea at all. I don't care for reality type things like that. My favorite show at the moment that I've actually watched for 13 seasons, it's on its 13th season, is Face Off. So Face Off is actually like special effects makeup, which I've always wanted to do. I just haven't had the time or energy to do it as of right now, just because I've kind of found my passion late in the game. And sorry, I'm putting the butter bronzer on my crease so that I can kind of give some definition to my eyes. I'm not going to be putting eyeshadow on today. But yeah, I mean, I wanted to be a special effects makeup artist, and yeah, I haven't gotten to that point, but it's okay. It's alright, because I can do it on YouTube. I can try and maybe teach myself to do it. I am an artist. I am a painter. If you don't know my paintings, I do have a painting, like a, what do you call it, like a fast motion painting of my Sagittarius painting, because I have a Zodiac series. Sorry, I have to take some sips in between, but yeah, I mean, I love to paint. I paint fantasy art, which entails fairies. It entails mermaids, gothic creatures. I love skulls. I absolutely love skulls. That's like my favorite thing in the whole wide world. Halloween is my favorite holiday. I don't care about Christmas that much because I work in retail. Yes, the religious aspect, of course, I love that. But it's not necessarily the way it should be. So Christmas in retail is scary because people turn into crazies. I don't know why. But they just turn into people that I don't want to be around. So, but I work in retail and I do love my job. I'm going to be putting the Wander Beauty mascara that I got in my BoxyCharm. I've been loving it. And I just love being that person that has a little bit of an edge. You know what I mean? Like, I'm actually a metalhead. It's so weird how some of my coworkers are like, what kind of music do you listen to, Lydia? And I'm like, metal? And they're like, you don't know who, what is it, Cardi B? I don't know who that is. I have no idea. I couldn't name a song. I know who Katy Perry is, but I don't listen to her music. I know who Britney Spears is, but I don't listen to her music. I know who some artists are, but I don't care. Here's a taste, and I know I've done this in the past, of music that I listen to. So I listen to heavy metal. I actually have my Delain shirt on. Oops, sorry, just started playing. My favorite band of all time is on my arm. It's tattooed on my arm. That is Hammerfall. This tattoo, if you don't even know what it's about, it's a hammer from Hammerfall. It's the Hammerfall hammer. They actually do, I'm sorry, there's like a, they're doing the, I cannot wait for this to be over and not be, you know, maintenance is not making noise. I can actually have peace and quiet for once. But this is the Hammerfall hammer. This is what they use. Their like person or symbol is the hammer, and they have a character in all of their albums named Hector, and he's a knight. He's a Templar knight, and I don't know, I just love medieval stuff. So yeah, I have the Hammerfall hammer tattooed. It's my very first tattoo. I got it at 34. I know it's pathetic, but I just never found reason to get a tattoo until my mom passed away, and I wanted to do a tattoo, even though it's like for me too. The hammer in, that's why I love Hammerfall. The hammer in the Hammerfall band signifies strength to me, and they have been the band that has been getting me through my dark times and my sorrow without my mom. So I have been looking to, I know it's not, that's just my way of coping. It's my way of grieving, is enjoying music and getting me through those hard times. So Hammerfall's been that band that's been doing that for me. And here it says, "Glory to the brave," And it's actually, my older sister mimicked my mom's handwriting, so she took all of her handwriting and kind of copied each of her letters. She was the only one that could forge my mom's signature, but she duplicated her writing to make Glory to the Brave. Now, Glory to the Brave is a song about losing someone, and that they're not lost or forgotten, and they're not, they'll never be forgotten. And that's what I want to really remember my mom as. She's never forgotten, even though, like, she left behind 4 grandchildren and 3 daughters and a loving husband, my dad, they've been married for a long time, for over 40 years, and my dad was there to the very end, and he helped her, he bathed her, he did everything for her. I never could match that strength that my dad has and had when she was sick, and I was so grateful, and I'm still very grateful to have my dad, because he takes care of us, and he does what he needs to do to be happy, and he deserves happiness, and my mom would have wanted that. Metal, and Hammerfall is one of my favorite bands. Sorry, I'm just putting a little bit of a lip color on. This is actually the Matte Shakers from Lancome, and this is a vintage or beige vintage. I really like popping this on my day off because it gives me a little flush of color without being too made up. Okay, so anyways, I'm trying to hurry this video because I gotta go in a little bit. So Hammerfall, my favorite, I think, all time, besides Glory to the Brave. I'm actually getting 2 more tattoos, I think 2 more, for my birthday. For my 35th birthday, I'm going to get a Templar Knight sword here on my other arm to kind of even the playing field, and it's going to say Unbent, Unbowed, Unbroken, which is one of Hammerfall's albums, and it's how I feel about my depression. It will not be unbent, I will not be unbowed, and I will not be unbroken for the sickness that I have, the mental state that I'm in. I will not let it win. So that's why I'm getting the Templar Knight sword. And then I kind of wanted to get Camelot's one of my other favorite bands. Their symbol right here, and it's a K with kind of like this cool design in the back. To me, it's kind of like a little bit of having my husband on my hand. So his name is Kevin, and that's his initial. So I was like, I can kind of like, because a lot of people say, don't ever get your spouse tattooed on you. Well, it's a band, but to me, it can represent my husband. But it also represents my band. So I think it's a win. I'll have to think about that one still some more, but for sure I'm getting the Templar Knight sword. So my favorite Hammerfall song has to be the Templar Flame. And that's it right there. I just love this band. Very old school metal, that's what I like. I love old school metal. So I'll give you a little blurb of that. I have many Hammerfall songs. My favorite Camelot song, however, has to be Karma, which is a very old one, but a good one. And it's very true. It's about karma. Very true. What comes around goes around. But it's about a king, and he's dealing with karma for all the bad things he's done in his reign. So I think it's really cool because it's got that medieval flair that I love. But it's symphonic metal. And this was a singer that was Roy Khan. Now it's Tommy Karavik in Camelot, and Tommy's a very talented singer. I have a bit of a crush on him. But Roy Khan was an opera singer, and Tommy is more of that soulful singer. So it's interesting how their 2 styles worked out really nice, and I'll try and see if I can find his style, Tommy's style. Amnesiac is my favorite song. Alright, so this is Amnesiac from the new Camelot album, The Shadow Theory. I just absolutely love his voice. Pretty much, sorry, the camera moved. Pretty much, music is my life. It's what I love to hear and listen to. It helps soothe my soul. I feel like it really brings me back to where I need to be in my mental health state, and it just makes me happy. My husband knows my love for heavy metal. He's taken me to every single concert I've been to. He buys me VIP. Like, it was a Mother's Day gift twice. It was a birthday gift. You know, he always goes with me and he'll get me the best seat. I get to meet the band and he has fun with me. So my husband, he listens to punk ska like back in the day, like No Doubt, Sublime, Foo Fighters, Stone Temple Pilots. That's his type of music. But he enjoys my music as well because he knows how much it makes me happy. And I enjoy his music just as much as well. And I enjoy things that he likes. He loves funny things. He loves like Super Troopers, and I will watch it with him. I think it's hilarious too. There's a lot of things that a lot of people, I think, misconstrue about me. I can be a square sometimes, and I go into mama mode very quickly. I do not act my age all the time, but sometimes the age comes out. And yeah, I call myself old all the time because I work with a bunch of 20-year-olds, so to me, I'm like, I'm very old. But a lot of associates think that I'm like mama bear sometimes, but yeah, I do that. I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's just the manager in me, I don't know. But yeah, I do enjoy my job. I'm a prestige sales manager at Ulta. I've worked for Ulta for almost 4 years. I worked very hard to get this job, and I love what I do. I really do. I love my job, and hopefully I'll go up from there. My favorite color is red. I am just a ball of nerves. I have anxiety, depression. I love skulls. I love makeup. I love art. I love Halloween is my favorite, which you will see when I decorate my house. Maybe, I don't know if I'll have a house tour. I don't know. I don't like people to look at my personal things, but I know with probably my job I might have a house. Let's see, what else about myself? I got ready really quick. This is my day off makeup, which I kind of like. I kind of like looking plain. I still do full coverage because my face is awful, awful, awful. But anyways, I do love being back home, and my husband likes being back to New Mexico. There's just a culture that you miss. I miss the chili. Oh, so bad. I'm Hispanic and I need chili. Let's see, my favorite movies. I haven't said my favorite movies. My favorite movies, Mel Brooks movies. And my friends, I know my friend in Colorado, she is my Mel Brooks soulmate. She loves Mel Brooks movies. Balls is the best. Do I watch Star Wars? Nope. I don't know anything about Star Wars. I know the basics of Star Wars. My husband likes Star Wars, but not that bad. Like, he's not like obsessed with it, but he likes it. I would rather watch Spaceballs. And I love Robin Hood Men in Tights, Young Frankenstein, or Frankenstein. I like Blazing Saddles. Oh, my favorite action movies, RoboCop. Love RoboCop. Love the new one, love the old one, classic one. RoboCop 3 is terrible. The Breakfast Club. I love The Breakfast Club. It's a classic. Another classic of mine that's my favorite is Willow. I'm an 80s kid, so that's why. Neverending Story is okay. My older sister likes Neverending Story more, but I like The Labyrinth. That's my favorite. David Bowie. Actually, that's my sister's ringtone on my phone. It's the song from The Labyrinth. I'm about to go see Teen Titans Go movie with my kids and my nieces because I'm a parent, but I still watch cartoons. Why not? I like to know what my kids like, so, and it's hilarious. It's hilarious, and I love DC, so. Let's see, what else about myself? Let's see. Oh, I do like to bake. That's probably where the mama comes in me, and like I just like to bake because I remember my mom used to bake with us all the time, and she taught me how to bake, and I love baking. So I make French macarons, I make cookies and cakes, and I make little chocolate molds. I like being crafty, and I plan on doing a lot of more live art, well, not live art, but like a speed through of how I create a piece, because I need to get back into my art, but I'm going to wait till I get to my new house, which will be in a couple weeks, so I'm very excited. I love fairies. Fairies are my thing, but not cutesy fairies. I like sexy, voluptuous, gorgeous fairies. I don't know why. I just like the sex appeal. I just like how they're very pretty. I don't like cutesy ones. I don't like cutesy anything. Let's see, I do like dragons. Like my husband, me and him had a common thing. We actually have a necklace that we have. They're both dragons, and that was before we met, so we kind of feel like that's like our way of saying we were meant to be together, because we both had the same necklace before we even knew each other. We actually knew each other, we didn't know each other in high school. We went to the same high school. I'm 2 years younger than him, so he had no idea I existed until I got into college, and I actually met him not in college. I actually met him through a friend, so it was an accident meeting him, and it was a great accident. I'm sorry I'm all over the place. I just want to put as much as I can out there about me so you guys know who you're talking to. What am I about, you know what I mean? I never really talk much about myself. I just kind of do my filming and just be done with it, but I want you guys to know about me more. That way you guys can feel a little bit comfortable if you're different and not like your typical YouTuber. I am not your typical YouTuber. I don't even classify myself as a YouTuber at all. I just do this for fun. This is just fun to me. I've stopped it several times because I felt like the YouTube community is unaccepting. And like everybody's just so, everything's pop and dance music, and I'm nothing like that. Nothing like that. I am a rocker. I am a metalhead, so I am going to be true to who I am, and I'm hoping I can inspire people that watch my videos. Be true to who you are. This is who I am. This is what I am right now. I'm proud of it. I'm a proud mom. I'm a proud wife, and I'm a freaking metalhead, so I'm going to be that person in my videos. And yeah, I think that's pretty much about myself. If you have any other questions, I can do a Q&A if you want. Like how more about myself, or if I've seen different movies, or if whatever. I pretty much put everything basic out there. There's a lot about me. I'm very complex. So if you want to know more about me and you want to do a Q&A, I can link my Instagram down below so you guys can kind of ask me questions on one of my posts that I'll post, and I can do a Q&A. So if you want to do that, we can do that, and that way you can know more about me. I'm not your typical person. I'm not going to be a cookie cutter person. I'm just not. Why do I have to? But anyways, that's the end of my video. I hope I inspired some of you to be yourself and just be confident about who you are. And even if you're not the norm, who cares? Who cares? I would like for everybody to just be themselves and don't be ashamed for what you are and who you are, and just enjoy life. Enjoy being you, because that's something I've struggled with my entire life, and now I'm like at a place where I'm like, I love being me. I really do. And then I emulate my mom a little bit, so I love having that and carrying that with me for the rest of my days, because now I have a piece of her with me all the time. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in another video, and hopefully I won't talk too much.